Hello, Least Like Critic 75 here for the Uncoon Movie Critic channel. I didn't see any new movies in theaters this week, so I thought I would review an indie film titled Brick. It stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You know, that kid from Angels in the Outfield, Third Rock from the Sun, and last year's 500 Days of Summer and G.I. Joe. And most recent, Inception. Why did I throw all that in? I don't know. I was just trying to give him some recognition, or I was just bored. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. He plays Brendan, a teenage loner who spends most of his time eating outside of school. Gets a call one day from his ex-girlfriend M, saying she's in trouble and she needs his help. But when Brendan begins to get in too deep, the next day she tells him to forget it and she's fine. But Brendan's convinced she's not fine. And how convinced is he? Well, the next day she turns up dead. So Brendan, in hopes to shake the killers out, he hides the body. And with the help of his best friend Brain, played by Matt O'Leary, who is best remembered from the movie Frailty, Brandon's gonna go undercover, snoop in deep, and shake the trees and see what falls out. But how deep will he get himself into? And what he's gonna find more shocking than most, I hope this is not a spoiler, is not only her death itself, but the events that led up to her death. Well, you're gonna have to rent the movie to find out. I gotta say, a detective film set in high school was very clever for Rian Johnson. I mean, he puts all those elements together. You know, it is rated R for violent and drug use. It's not intensely violent, but it's maybe too intense for much younger viewers. Maybe it's good for the 18, or you know what I mean. And the dialogue seems a little outdated, but it's a detective film. He was trying to bring everything we loved about a film noir classic. It's what he did with Brick. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt pretty much made this movie. He was just really, he got into this role perfectly. He was good. I mean, you probably won't think of him as that kid from Angels in the Outfield or Third Rock from the Sun after seen him in this movie. If you have already seen him in Inception, you know what I mean. But I really liked the character of Brendan. He was clever beyond himself. The movie never gets dull for a second. You just kind of, you get in every moment with each shady character he comes across. And it's Matt O'Leary was good, and everybody else did well. Did well also. And I give this movie I give it a 10 out of 10. It was that good. Brick. So if you're in the mood for a good detective thriller, I suggest you rent Brick.